Good morning, students. Welcome to online platform of Shea Academy. In the previous video, we were discussing the chapter named The First Pup. We have completed the chapter. So now before starting the chapter, uh, we have completed the chapter. Now we are going to do the comprehension section of the story. Before doing the comprehension section of the story, I would like to give you a brief recap of the story. So, in the story, we have read about the dog named Bambi. She was the first dog in the narrator's house. She made all the mistakes she could do to spoil Bambi, as she did not had any previous experience of upbringing a pup. So Bambi was very much spoiled by the love and affection of the narrator and their family. Bambi had a very bad habit of putting her face into everything to check the edibility of the thing. It was very difficult to take care of the Bambi so that she do not put her face into the socket or any live fire. The first incident in the story we have read that the habit of eating anything was very dangerous for Bambi. The first incident we read is she swallowed her own she swallowed a chunk of her own collar, and she overcome the problem as she vomited and the chunk came out. If she did not have tackled the problem, she would have needed to be operated. In the story, we come to know that once the narrator's mother invited Mina's would-be mother-in-law on for the tea, and she prepared many dishes like dainty egg and cucumber sandwich, rasmalai, and a cake. She placed all these things on tea trolley. The guests were entertained in the veranda, and tea was to be taken in the veranda. She placed the trolley in the. She decorated the trolley and placed into the dining hall. After few minutes, the mother excused herself and come to check whether everything is okay or not. She found that Bambi was on the trolley, and she put her face into the rasmalai and she spoiled the rasmalai. Luckily, rest other dishes were kept safe and she did not get the time to work on the rasmalai. All these incidents gave the lesson to the narrator that uh, they should never feed Bambi. Yes, Bambi also had the habit of eating at the dining table with the family, as everybody offered food tidbits while eating on the dining table. So all these incidents gave the lesson to narrator that other two dogs they had were never fed on the table, because the feeding on the table created lot of problem to the narrator. So as the two dogs were bought in a very uh, mannered way, they were not spoiled as Bambi was spoiled. Okay, now we will go to the comprehension section. This is the A part of the comprehension section. Bambi, like other pups, had an unappeasable desire to chew everything. Once she guzzled a part of her collar. She once ate a whole packet of butter and repeated the act a few days later by having book full of oil. Another time, Bambi ate the rasmalai set out for Mina's mother-in-law, but did not annihilate. Sorry, here it will be demolish. The correct answer is demolish the beautiful cake. The mistake that had been made that Bambi had been given morsels of food from the table. Okay, now coming to the B question. Read these sentences and answer the question. Thankfully, she dealt with the problem in a simple way. The next day, she staggered around retching and was sick, and out it came intact. Who is being talked here? So the answer is Bambi is being talked here. What was the problem? Once Bambi swallowed a fairly large chunk of her own collar. That was the problem. See, what would have happened if the problem hadn't been shorted? If the problem would not be shorted, she may be needed to operate to extract out the chunk of collar from her stomach. Now, second question. The tea trolley squatted resplendently in the dining room, glittering with china and silver, ready to be rolled out in style. Who had decorated the tea trolley? Why had it been decorated? Narrator's mother decorated the tea trolley. It was decorated because some guests were invited to their house. Which food items had been laid out on the trolley? There were dainty egg and cucumber sandwiches, cake, rasmalai laid out in the trolley. What happened to the contents of the trolley? Bambi put her mouth in the bowl of rasmalai, and now rasmalai was quite a mess. But luckily, Bambi had not got to work on other things. So students, in this video we have completed the A and B part of the comprehension section. In the next video we will do the remaining part of the comprehension. Thank you. Hope you understood the story well. If you have any problem in story or the question answers, you can call and ask me.